All right, let's talk about the Bruno Mars effect. How does an artist who's, kind of quiet online suddenly cause this massive worldwide scramble for tickets? And what does that whole frenzy really tell us about where live music is headed?
So picture this. It's early 2026. For almost 10 years, the world stage has been missing one of its most, well, electric performers. And then, just like that, he announces he's back.
And yeah, we're talking about Bruno Mars. I mean, the guy's sold over 200 million singles. He is, without a doubt, one of the biggest selling artists ever. So when he announced his return, yeah, Explosive doesn't even begin to cover it.
Okay, so here's how it all went down. He drops the news about the romantic tour. This is a huge deal, right? His first major headlining tour in almost 10 years, all to back up his brand new album.
And the way he did it? So simple, but man, was it effective. A single Instagram post, an album date, a tour start date. That's it. That was literally all it took to get the entire world buzzing. The stage was set for, well, one of the biggest music events of the entire year.
But here's the thing. I don't think anyone, and I mean anyone, was ready for just how wild the reaction was going to be. Especially, and this is key, especially in Europe. The demand was just insane. In big cities like Paris and Amsterdam, they had to keep adding more and more shows. But London was a whole different story. We're talking a massive 6-night run at Wembley Stadium. 6 nights. That's something only the absolute legends of music can pull off. And this, right here, this comment from a fan on Reddit, it just says it all. It wasn't just people being excited, it was a total digital stampede. Everyone was stuck in these crazy long virtual lines, just hoping for a shot at a ticket.
So all of this demand, right, it totally blew up the ticket prices. And it's not just the demand, it's also about the size of the venue, the local economy, all that stuff. Just look at the difference here. You could get a really good seat in Madrid, or you could pay more than double that for a similar seat in London. Crazy.
So you have to wonder, right? We live in this age of nonstop social media hype. So how does an artist who's pretty private, who isn't always online, get this much attention? Well, that's where we get to what people are calling the Bruno Mars effect.
And this is really the heart of it. It's not about going viral or building some kind of online personality cult. Nope. He's built this massive following the old school way. Just pure, raw talent, consistently putting out amazing music and shows you'll never forget.
And what you get from that is a fan base that is just so incredibly diverse. I mean, it's everyone, all ages, all backgrounds, from Europe to Asia. It's families, it's couples. They're not united by some trendy hashtag. They're all there for one reason. They just love the music. Okay, so this kind of crazy demand, it doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It actually tells us a ton about the money side of live music right now, what we could call concertnomics. I mean, think about it. You've got fans shelling out hundreds, maybe even thousands for a single ticket. So it's a fair question. Where is all that cash actually going? What's driving these prices sky high? And who's really cashing in? Well, for starters, you've got this thing people call the Swiftonomics effect. Basically, when a mega tour like this rolls into town, it's like a huge shot in the arm for the local economy. Fans pour in, booking up hotels, filling restaurants, and just spending money all over the city. And then there's dynamic pricing. You know how airline tickets get more expensive the more people are looking? It's like that, but for concerts. It's a pretty controversial system where the price can literally go up while the ticket is sitting in your online cart. Super frustrating for fans, right? Meanwhile, the venues themselves, the places actually hosting these huge shows, they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, their income is getting back to normal, but their costs, for everything from staff to just keeping the lights on, are shooting up way faster. They're getting squeezed big time. And here's the really important takeaway from that. This boom in megatours has a dark side. To survive, smaller venues have to cut back on risks. They can't afford to book up-and-coming artists anymore. And that hurts the whole music scene, from the ground up. And all of this drama, this whole economic puzzle, it's all unfolding in one key place. A place that's become a major battleground for the global music industry. Europe. Get this, In 2024, the European music market just went into overdrive. The growth in revenue there was massive, more than double the growth in the US. So if you're a global superstar, you have to win in Europe. It's that simple.
And it's a weirdly complicated market, too. You'd think prices would be similar, right? Wrong. A ticket in Milan might be the most expensive in all of Europe, but then you can hop over to the UK and find some of the cheapest. It really shows you just how different the economies are from one country to the next. So when you look at the big picture, a tour of this scale can feel like a win-win-win. The artist wins, the fans get to make these incredible memories, and the city gets a nice economic boost. It really can be a beautiful thing.
But the whole Bruno Mars effect also forces us to ask a tough question. As the superstars get even bigger and the stages get more exclusive and the prices keep climbing, what's left for the rest of us? What does the future of live music look like for the fans? And for all the amazing new artists who are just waiting for their shot?